TV is dedicated to education about modern pagan religions and is committed to the protection, welfare, and guardianship of the rights of all people to worship as their hearts and minds dictate. Modern Pagan TV considers education of the non-pagan public and of our own world community about pagan religions to be of paramount importance and encourages open dialogue across all platforms with the understanding that all voices have an equal right to be heard. Modern Pagan TV encourages participation in multiple spiritual events as the tradition and the individual deems appropriate, and maintains that courtesy and open-mindedness and not denigration are paramount to any discussion. So sit back or join in. Modern Pagan TV is streaming live.
The pitch got higher, all the drums went out to the edge, and it got higher, and it got loud, and the girls were out screaming and, shrieking and dancing. And when it got to this peak, it just stopped, dead silence. It was beautiful.
Good evening and welcome to the show. I'm Laura McKenzie.
And I'm Jacqueline Weller.
And this is our first March show, so I guess we can be as mad as the March Hare, right?
Yes, and we're starting out having a zombie show.
That's right. That's right. We were going to do this. We were actually singing it. You didn't. Actually, nobody was paying any attention to us at all. We were over here singing Zombie Jamboree, and I thought it was the Kingston Trio. That's where I knew it from, but you said...
I thought it was Harry Nilsson.
Oh, well, or both. No, Kingston Trio. Okay, the crew says it's... we don't care. It's just a fun song, and so we're going to do that. And the reason we said that was...
Why we're a zombie show is because we're having a technical glitch tonight. One of the main power supplies has gone out, and we cannot go out live. However... we still get to tape the show and put it up in segments on YouTube.
Just like we always do.
Just like we always put it up afterwards in archive and YouTube. So at least that much we can get out there.
Right. And we have a really cool show, so they're going to want to watch it on YouTube anyway.
Oh, yes,
so,
indeed.
Yeah, Shauna Burns is going to be on with us tonight. She's going to be Skyping in from Las Vegas.
Yay.
So that's really cool. And we're going to be playing a really, really pretty song, Desert Sun. It's just gorgeous of Shauna performing that. So.
I really enjoyed what she did last week.
Yeah, that voice is just awesome,
beautiful
isn't it?
Voice. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful voice. And so Skype is working, so we're excited about that. We have a really nice studio audience tonight, so that's always fun. So that's good. And we have a really fun guest tonight. We have a druid on the show, as you well know.
Yes, our friend Tony.
Yeah, I always think of druids. I always think, Stonehenge.
Well, that's the classic scene, isn't it? Some of those English druids in their long white robes at Stonehenge at midsummer.
Oh, yeah, totally. Oh, boy, would I love to do that.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. That would be awesome. But he's not in a white robe, and he's not at Stonehenge, and he didn't bring Stonehenge with him, I don't think, anyway. Nope.
No.
He said no. No, we just checked him out. There's no Stonehenge. But mistletoe, did we bring any mistletoe and oak trees? No? What? I guess we're going to find more about druids then than I know, right?
Well, of course, this is modern paganism and modern druidry. So yes, they study and are greatly influenced by the past, but then there's all the modern variations as well.
All right. Well, I'm excited to learn more about that. So, all right. We're going to start, like we always do, with having our astrologer tell us what's going on. It's like, what's going on, Kat?
Yeah, that's a good thing. Tell us about this electrical thing, Kat.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to.
My name is Kat Lundgren, and I would like to welcome you to Flying Through the Skies, a Witch's View of the Cosmos, Modern Pagan TV's weekly astrological report. This is for the week beginning March 4th, 2012. For our solar report, the Sun entered Pisces, the sign of the fishes, on Saturday, February 18th at 9:08 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Pisces is a fruitful, mutable, common, feminine expression of water and is currently in the second decant of the sign of Pisces. The ruler for this decant is the moon. The moon is the ruler of the sign of Cancer and governs our home, our ancestors, the end of life, and the mother. With Pisces in this decant of the moon, the subconscious is stirred and other lunar qualities increased. lending a changeable, amplified, empathic expression to the sign. This placement increases a tendency towards confusion in the feeling realms between what are our own feelings and what belongs to others. Now for our moon report. We start this week off with the moon leaving the sign of Cancer and turning void of course at 1:17 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sunday, March 4th. The moon enters the sign of the Lion, Leo, at 2:17 p.m. Mountain Standard Time that same day and remains in the sign until Tuesday, March 6th, when she turns void of course at 4:27 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The moon is not at home naturally in Leo, as Leo is the ruler of the other luminary, the sun. But with the moon in this placement, we can be fiercely loyal to people or causes we believe in. The moon moves into Virgo a few hours later at 6:27 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The moon will remain in this sign until Thursday, March 8th at 12:39 a.m. when she goes void of course until 7:50 p.m. Mountain Standard Time when she enters the sign of the Scales, Libra. Thursday the 8th is also the same day of the full moon, and at 12:39 a.m. at the same time she goes void of course, she crests full. We finish this week off with a void of course moon on Saturday, March 10th. The moon enters Scorpio at 8:24 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on that same day. Now for our magical timing and moon rites. We are in the waxing phase of the moon, so rites supported during this time are those that call to us or grow that which our intention sets. This growing phase culminates on Thursday, March 8th, when the full moon crests at 12:39 a.m. Mountain Standard Time in Virgo. The moon is void of course during this apex and continues so throughout the day until 7:50 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You will want to plan your rites for Wednesday the 7th if you wish to harness these moon energies. With the full moon in Virgo, our attention turns to healing rites or rites that serve the global community. Now for our retrograde watch. Mars continues its retrograde in Virgo and will remain so until Friday, April 13th, 2012 at 10:53 a.m. when it will turn direct. Mars represents direct energy, physical expression, individual action, and assertiveness, as well as anger, desire, sexuality, competitiveness, and motivation for self-interest. Mars energies tend to burst forward, exerted in short duration. Every 2 years, Mars goes retrograde for 2 to 2.5 months. What often results are upsets and frustrations in daily life as emotions which should be externalized become internalized, a kind of chewing up of oneself. When you finally do explode, it is as likely as not you will be acting out aggressively against your own self-interests. Saturn continues its retrograde sojourn through Libra and will remain so until June 25th at 3 a.m. of this year when it turns direct. Saturn deals with karma, limits, responsibility, tradition, conservatives, authorities, long-term goals and accomplishments, patiently created, taking responsibility, creating structure, and setting boundaries. Once a year, the planet Saturn goes into retrograde for 4 to 4.5 months. During this influence, you will probably find it unwise to attempt sudden changes or to rush through things. Take practical steps, accept limitations, while you take serious steps toward your long-term goals. A Saturn retrograde can cause you to become your own hardest taskmaster, limit your actions, or leave you feeling blocked and pessimistic. Now for the planet tracker. During this cycle, we have Mercury in Aries, Venus moves into Taurus, Mars is in Virgo, Jupiter in Taurus, Saturn in Libra, Uranus in Aries, Neptune in Pisces, Pluto in Capricorn, and Chiron in Pisces. On behalf of Modern Pagan TV, we would like to thank you for joining us for Modern Pagan TV's Flying Through the Skies astrological segment, and we hope to see you next week.
Nice to know what's going to be happening this week. But she didn't say anything about the electrical issue, so.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, she didn't.
Mars is retrograde or something.
Yeah.
Maybe it is the Mars retrograde.
Maybe it could be. That's communication.
All that fiery
yeah,
energy.
that's communication.
Yeah.
All right. So, All right, we're going to do Alora's Timely Tips, and tonight I want to reference an article that's making its way around the internet, and I wanted to talk about. I think most people know about JFK's wonderful speech when he said, "Ask not, what
your country
can do for you, but ask what your country can.
But
ask what you can do for your country." And that was the whole start of the whole Peace Corps,
Right.
and and that was it was such a beautiful thing.
It was an idealistic moment in
It
American
was,
history.
and I think
It
I
was.
think we stayed idealistic for some time.
For a while.
And then something happened, and now all of a sudden it's you owe me. The
Entitlement.
government, the government owes me. It owes me, not only does it owes me big time, and learning to work the system. And maybe I'm just jealous because I don't know how to work the system. But this is an article about a couple who live in a $1.3 million house. It's 4,900 square feet. They've been living in it for 5 years, and they have never made a single payment on their mortgage.
How is that possible?
Well, apparently if you work the system and if you delay the eviction notices by going to court and filing this and filing that and filing something else, apparently you can get away with living in a $1.3 million house without paying anything. And so there's a picture of the house. There's a picture. I don't know if we can make that bigger, but there's the picture of the house. And if we scroll up or down or whichever way, that's the view out there. I mean, I don't have a view like that.
Oh, God, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it should be for $1.3 million.
Maybe living in honesty, integrity, and self-responsibility was the wrong thing.
Apparently, Jackie. Apparently. And then just to be nasty, I just want to. The last picture making its way around the internet there is this apparently belongs to the couple who live in this $1.3 million, 4,900 square foot house that they haven't paid any mortgage payments in 5 years, and they have circled these quotations from the Judean Christian Bible about debt forgiveness, and so they want God to forgive their mortgage debt.
Well,
I want the name and web address of the God that forgives mortgage debts.
Well, again, none of the gods that you or I
No,
have
they
worked
don't.
with
They don't.
do it that way.
They
You know,
don't.
They're
They
more
say,
like
get up off your duff and go
Right.
earn some money to pay your rent.
right. They're saying we'll help you, but only if you help yourself.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was. I know.
Wrong gods, as you said. Is there a god?
And I've met most of them, and none of them say
Is
that.
there a god or goddess of self-interest?
Well, there's Fortuna, the goddess of luck.
Yeah.
there's Fortuna.
Yeah.
The Greek god Cassius.
Cassius? Did you make that up? Yes, he did.
Did you say cashews or
Cassius. Cassius.
Cassius Clay? Is that?
Like the guy with Julius Caesar.
Oh yeah. Good old Julie. Okay.